Hello and welcome back to Wargaming with me, Gary. Let me just turn this to me just a little bit. What am I going to do today? I've got a few things that I want to show you. Where I'm up to with my painting at the moment, or more, no, that's not true. I've got some bits and pieces I've finished which I want to keep for a separate video. I just wanted to show you what I'm working on at the moment, so like what's on the paint bench as such. Also, something I got for myself recently, which I'm really pleased with, and a couple of ideas that I'm working on. So, with no further ado, let's get on with looking at the figures. So, I'm just going to tip this down and around a little bit. Oops. Okay, and bring that forward. Oops. Right. It's better than move this stuff out of the way. Let's have a look, see what we've got here. So, I'll just tip that around. Like so. That's not going to work like that, is it? If I do it sideways now, I think that's the secret. Right, okay. So starting from this end, so vast majority of these are now Renegade Orcs. So they're Orcs from the Renegade Miniatures collection. I'm probably going to be contacting them soon because, as you can see, I've only got 1, 2, 3 and only 4 of these crossbowmen left to do. So I'm going to just see if they could make some more up. I know they're saying that their website's closed at the moment, but I think if I put on my best grovelling voice, maybe they might do me some more. I really hope they're going to, but we'll see how that goes. If I just quickly hold one of these up, so the guy in front, so you can have a look at him. Beautiful figures. I think they're really well done. But I am going to need some more. If I can't find more, if I can't get any more from Renegade, I'm going to have to start shopping around for lookalikes. And see what comes out. These are the bosses that I'll be working on as well. As you can see, all of these figures are partially finished, so they've all got little bits and pieces done on them, and that's how I like to work on my figures. I do bits from all of them, and then I'll pick out a small group and finish them off. And these crossbowmen, very nice looking. Well, Renegade quality is very good, I think. And then these shields, which I've got enough. I think it's these guys have the shields. And then I've got, so they're from Renegade, then I've still got from Warlord, these Egyptians to finish off. I've got 25 of them. No, I haven't. I've got, they're 20-ish, I think. And enough, I think is it 24? I think I've got 24, enough to make 2 regiments, if I wanted to. No, 1 regiment, sorry. What am I talking about? Haven't got a clue. Yeah. So that's what's on my paint bench at the moment. So let me just, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me just pause that. So I've just got those out of the way to make space for some other bits and pieces I want to show you. One of the things I talked about in a previous video is I want to do some scenery making, and my plan is to make some sand dunes. So I've been out and got loads of these. Didn't buy them. What I've done is I'm always talking to people, and if anybody's doing roofing, roofing. Yeah, I mean I've got some really thick ones from roofing. But people are putting up. What do they call those walls? Partition walls. Yes, people putting up partition walls. Sometimes they put this stuff in between, and I've been saying, oh, can I have some of that? So that's what I've done. So my plan is to take this silver stuff off top, stick them together, cut them into roughly the shape I want them, how I want them to go, and then sandpaper the life out of them, and then stick them on a board. And hopefully that will create some nice terrain for me when I'm doing my battle reports, which leads me nicely into Kings of War. Because that's what the first thing I've decided to talk about in Yeah, so I paused that because I wasn't quite prepared, I wasn't ready, I didn't have everything in place. Such is life. Kings of War, fantasy and history book, both have a terrain section. Let me just see if I can find the terrain. And I've decided that's where I would probably start, because if I'm going to do battle reports, and that's what I am going to do, there's the terrain section in the fantasy book, and in the terrain section you've got terrain and movement, terrain types, blocking terrain, so things you can't see through, difficult terrain, things which are difficult to walk through, obstacles, you can't go through them or you have to go around them, decorative terrain. I don't know, that might be where my sand dunes come in. Terrain and line of sight, which they discuss quite some time. Terrain height, drawing line of sight. So there's a lot there to do with, are you able to see what's on the other side of the terrain that you build? Difficult terrain, hills. Oh, and hills. I think that is the same as the terrain in the history book. Let me just go through it. Different picture. Nice picture you see. Yeah, it's the same. Is it the same? Oh, it's virtually the same. I've just noticed that the some of the explanation of how it works is slightly different, but it's got the same headings. So you've still got terrain types: blocking, difficult, obstacles, decorative, height. Line of sight, difficult, hills. You've still got them. It's just like they just seem to be a little bit more in the history explanation. So that's the I'm linking everything now to everything I do now. I'm linking into Kings of War. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is this. Now I've got a few of these, so I just printed them off the internet, and those insightful, clever chappies will notice that it's desert. It's a desert terrain with a little hill and some sand dunes in the background. Now the idea is I've got two of them, so I'll leave this bit on here, on this one, but on the second one I'll cut that piece off. So I'll cut that piece off, and then I'll attach the second one to the end here, on this end here. Try and measure it up so it works out right. Then I'll glue that to cardboard, and it will go in an L shape so that it doesn't fall over, and I can use that for the background when I'm doing my wargaming. Yeah. So I thought that might be a nice idea. I've got a few other different ones somewhere. I have. Look, there's one there. For me, that was too Texas, Western type terrain. This one works alright, but it's got words written all the way through it. So I was going to do that, but probably not that one now. But there is plenty on the internet. Just put in sand dunes and you can find whatever you want. And I'm going to use that as background, so that it looks quite nice behind the figures. I thought that was quite a nice idea. We'll soon see if it works, won't we? What else have I got? And then the last thing, and I'm going to pause again just for a moment. And the last thing I've got is this battle map. I think it came from Wayland Games, but I got it from Battle Quest, which is my local. Is it Battle Quest or Battles? Anyway, I'm going to do a video on my local gaming shop. But I am really pleased with this. It's, as you can see, it's desert, which was the whole point. Assyrians, Egyptians, Babylonians. Reasonable to suggest that they'd be battling in the desert. Also, it's quite easy to do a decent battle, I think, in the desert without having to use too much terrain, which will give me time to build stuff up. I'm also thinking I might have to get either another one of these or a bigger one to cover the whole table. I think this is 3x3. I probably need, I think, something closer to the length of what? 4 or even 5 foot by 3 foot. Yeah. So I think that's probably where I'll be going. Yeah, but I'm very pleased with that. So yeah, there we are. So we've had a little. We've gone through quite a bit there. We've done Kings of War, which I'm glad about. That I'm starting to link that into the other bits I'm doing. We've looked at the terrain and scenery that I'm going to use, and we've looked at what's on the paint bench. So I will see you soon, and I'm going to quickly run over the other end and turn the video off. All the best then. Take care. Bye.